Happy Saturday, everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about my honest opinion of INFPs and how I tend to interact with them. Now, like I said on my other videos about ENFJ and ENFP that I've done so far, I am not trying to generalize the types of people that are a specific type, and I'm in no way trying to reinforce stereotypes. This is me talking about my experience as me as an individual ENFJ. I don't speak for all ENFJs, and I've never met every INFP in the world, so I'm going to be talking about the generalizations that I have seen from all the INFPs that I know, which I feel like I've met a lot of them. I'm more familiar with them than other types, so I just wanted to throw that out there. I think that something that has been holding me back from doing videos of this type is because I just sort of feel a little bit of disgust or like a weird gut feeling whenever I see people making generalizations of like all ENFJs are gonna get along with all INFPs because blah 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 blah. Like, I want to leave room for you to have your own opinion, and I want to be able to learn from Myers-Briggs and other typology as a tool to understand ourselves and to understand others and to understand different behavioral dynamics while honoring each and every one of us's uniqueness. Now, I know INFPs watching probably enjoy that because they probably want to be unique. Am I right? Like, if I'm wrong, tell me, but I don't think I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure all INFPs want to feel like they are special, and that's something that I really love about INFPs, is that they aren't cocky about it. They don't think that they're better than you for the most part, but they do know. They have a deep sense of connection to their uniqueness inside. I think that, contrary to ENFJs, I, as an ENFJ, I have a deep sense of understanding that we are all one and that we are all connected. I think that at times INFPs can forget that, especially when they are feeling low and going through some hard times. They might feel like it's us, like it's like me against the world, and that's not true. And those are the instances where INFPs can seem a little much in their turbulent emotions. At least from my perspective, I'm like, I'm here for you. Like, we're all one. Like, the thing that has bugged me with INFP friends in the past is when I'm like, why won't you accept my help? Like, I love you. And like, you're over there like telling yourself that nobody loves you. You need to open your eyes. Like, your bad extroverted sensing won't open your eyes and understand how loved you are. But that same quality about INFPs makes it so that they really understand that they are unique and that they, a deep connection with the parts of themselves that are magical and the parts of themselves that cannot be recreated, even though there are billions of people on the planet. INFPs know that even though they have things in common with other people, that they're their own unique creation, and that gives a lot of confidence. Like, if you look at type descriptions, you might not necessarily think of INFPs as the most confident type, but from my experience, they're extremely confident. They just don't really need to prove it to you. One of my best friends, we've been friends since we were 12, and was my best friend all throughout high school. We're still very close. Is an INFP, and I remember she told me she won this award or something like in middle school for being like the most true to herself out of everyone else in the class. And she was like, what? I don't know. Like, what's this? I'm just being myself. And so, just to share, I have a lot of experiences of me sort of finding an INFP and like taking them out of their shell, being like the only one to laugh at their jokes that they are saying under their breath, and they don't think that anyone else is hearing. Because what's so awesome about INFPs is that if you're telling a joke, you're doing it because you think it's funny and you want to. An INFP isn't trying to get your attention. And so I think that I spot out INFPs so fast. Like, I just know them when I see them. Like, probably more than any other type. I'm just like, you're an INFP, I know it, like, I like you. And I've met INFPs that like that about me, and I've met some that are very distrustful about that. They think that they're like, you don't know me, you don't even know me, like, or something like. But my friend that I'm speaking of, like, I met her doing community theater, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, you're so funny, like, let's hang out or whatever, and like basically forced her to become my friend. And like, that's kind of how it is. And her critiques of me would probably be that I'm pretty pushy, but at the same time, like, she is one of the most talented actresses that I've like ever witnessed. And I've been in theater for a while, you know. I mean, I've been in theater a lot of times throughout my life, and so I pushed her to audition for things that she might not have done because she was too afraid. And what has always happened with her, and in general with INFPs, is that I'll see that they want to do something. I will notice, like, whether it's fear holding them back or whether they actually don't want to, and I'll push them and I'll like force them to do it. And at the time, they really don't like it. They're annoyed with me about it. But then I feel like, you know, I'm always right, is that later on they'll thank me for it. And that's what happened with my friend. Is she said, like, I don't think I would have been as confident as if it wasn't for you pushing me to do these things. I don't know if I would have still been doing it. And those things are like, those sort of compliments that INFPs can give me probably are the most validating that I've ever heard. Like, I think though what really hurts me about INFPs, which is similar to ENFPs, which I said in my last video, ENFPs are only annoying whenever they don't understand their own impact. I think that INFPs are really, they aren't annoying ever, but INFPs can be very hurtful when they don't understand how loved they are. And what really has hurt me in the past is whenever I try and reach out to an INFP, and then they're always receptive, but it gets to the point where I'm like, I don't want to be the only one reaching out. Like, I want this relationship to be a two-way street. And it makes me hurt whenever I feel like they don't care about me and that they are taking for granted the love that I've been giving them. And so, as I've grown and I've become more independent, I am less likely to reach out unless it's going to be equal. And so, I don't have any super close INFPs in my life right now. My one friend I mentioned is like a sister to me, and we're always going to be close. But it is extremely hurtful whenever someone matters so much to me, and I feel like, and see, I've gone through times where I'm like, I'm just not going to talk to them and see if they miss me enough to reach out, and then like months will go by. And if you're an INFP, if you want to comment and let me know why you think that happens. I don't know if you think, it seems to me like INFPs think, oh, like, Megan's so giving and so extroverted that, like, why would she not reach out? She must hate me now or something. When it really has nothing to do with that at all. It just is that I feel like my needs are neglected, and I feel like I try way harder. And I've yet to really meet an INFP that will meet me halfway and try for me. And they're very good at getting and like receiving that love whenever they trust you. But it takes them a bit to like even have the courage to compliment you, you know? But I would say that what pisses me off about INFPs is whenever they think that they're so mysterious and that they think that that makes them cool. And I've known some, I've like dated some guys or like had crushes on a lot of guys that were like super mysterious INFPs, like wouldn't text you back, were like in a band, or like, you know, like that was sort of my type, and I don't know if I can go for that again because they make me feel really bad about myself. And they what's happened is like I try and get to know them, and then they'll like some of them have such bad self-esteem that they are like, if she's trying to get to know me and she doesn't even know me yet because I'm so closed off, then like she must like me for the wrong reasons, therefore she must be needy and attaching or whatever, and so she go away from me. And they don't want to understand that I can see through them. And I really do feel like I can. Like, I don't know what it's like to be an INFP because I'm not one, but I really feel like I could see through INFPs, and I understand their behavior in a way that they think nobody else can see. Because my NI can see the root of their behavior, where they think that their behavior is random, and they like to think of themselves as pretty random and mysterious, and I just don't have time for people that think that they are too mysterious and and too cool for everyone else. Like, oh, sorry, the power is low. And those people that, yeah, like, you're not any better than anyone else, you know? Like, just because you're closed off doesn't mean that you're any better than the people that aren't closed off. Like, it doesn't make your, like, the facts about you aren't more interesting because you close them off. And people aren't going to be more curious about you because you're closed off and because you're mysterious. Like, just the more you are, that's what's gonna make you interesting. The more true to yourself you are, that's what makes you interesting. And a lot of INFPs are really damn good at being true to themselves. So just embrace that and don't try to be mysterious. Like, if you are yourself, people are going to love you because INFPs are just so pure to the core, I think. And you know, this is the type that I really just want to push to be out there more, because I think that the workforce needs INFP skills. I think that leadership needs INFP skills. I think that a lot of the world's problems, before I finish that statement, I'm just going to say I saw this statistic. I don't know how accurate it is or not, but it was like a Myers-Briggs survey. And it said that INFPs were one of the most educated types. Like, they've gone through the most schooling, yet they have the lowest salary. And that just is fucked up. And that just shows the way that society is built, and that it's really not built for the INFP's nature. And that fucking sucks. Like, INFPs are a little more cautious, and they are very curious and all that, and very creative. But I challenge you in this. If you're an INFP, I challenge you to think, is it the system's fault, and how much control do I have? What would happen if I had the bravery to enter those spaces that are lacking creativity and they're lacking compassion? What if I had the power to bring that creativity to those spaces? I think that INFPs would rather get a PhD in anthropology or be an actor or a singer, or get a master's degree in psychology and all those things, and just keep taking classes and keep prolonging, like, they're afraid to take the leap into sharing what they have with the world. And yes, I know that the reason why INFPs don't want to, like, do these things is because they don't feel safe, is because the people that are in charge typically don't care about FI or NE. But you have to remember that what you have is what they want. Like, your skills is what the world desperately needs. I know I desperately need it. Like, I think it's so admirable how INFPs are able to get themselves out of a funk, and how they always honor their feelings, similar to what I already said about an ENFP. But INFPs, they know what they need. Like, they know how to get their needs met. That's something I struggle with. So INFPs know how to get their needs met. They know when they need to be alone. They know when they need ice cream. They know, like, when they need a hug. But I sometimes think that they get trapped in feeling powerless, and you don't even understand how many ENFJs are around that would love to help you. And I also know that I've had a tendency to give INFPs unsolicited advice, and I understand that now. Like, when I was younger, I did not understand that. So I'm not talking unsolicited advice here. Like I told my friend I was like, who was just broken up with, I was like, let me know what you need. I was like, if you need me to not talk to you and give you space, that's fine. If you want me to buy you ice cream and not ask questions and then leave, that's fine. If you want me to just be there, that's fine. I gave all these examples and she just didn't take any of them. And I think that INFPs can really victimize themselves in that way. Like, people aren't trying to control you, and even if they are, they're not going to be successful because you're an INFP, you know? Like, you're an INFP. You're always going to be yourself. So it doesn't fucking matter if people are trying to control you. You're not going to let them. Like, you are not easy to step on. Like, even though people think that you are. Wow, I don't know. Man, all this passion's coming out. I must really need to be sharing this. I don't know. Wasn't expecting that. But don't victimize yourself, because you have so much more power than you think you do. And the world needs it right now. Like, look around. Like, don't you think that the world needs some more compassion? Don't you think that the world needs... And I think that INFPs, they tend to just close their heart because they know that if they opened it, then they would love you too fast or too quickly. And they don't really seem to be critical of people. Like, I think that I'm able to, as an ENFJ, like, love everyone, because I kind of have like an introverted thinking filter where I can filter out the bullshit from people. I think that INFPs, they love everyone. They really do. That's why they don't let themselves, like, be out with everyone, because you're not a bitch. Like, oh, I mean, some of you could be, but, like, for me, like, I could tell, like, when someone's not to be taken seriously, or I could tell, like, if someone is gonna hurt me or whatever, whereas an INFP, I think, really just sees the person for their soul and has a lot of compassion for the dark parts of humanity. They have a lot of compassion for fear, a lot of compassion for shame, a lot of compassion for people that are stuck in the past and people that are hurtful. And so INFPs, they have compassion for the dark parts of humanity, and so they don't want to get hurt, and so they're going to need to really establish that loyalty before they open up. And yeah, I really admire INFPs. I really, really do. And I think that they make tremendous friends and tremendous listeners. And they always make me want to slow down. And makes me want to be a better listener and a better question asker. But I really wish that INFPs would voice when they need help and not be like, and that's why I was saying, like, INFPs are very confident. Like, you might not think that they are. They feel like they can do it themselves. Like, I'm independent. I don't need anyone. I know who I am. And that is so strong. Like, I don't know if you realize how strong that is. Like, that is strength. But, you know, you might look at INFPs as super weak and, like, super shy or whatever, but, like, that's just not true. Like, INFPs, it's because of your pride and it's because of your strength that is keeping you from asking people for help. And people want to help you. Everyone is weak sometimes. Everyone needs help sometimes. And you can still be your independent, brave self without having to solve all of your own problems. And I think that you will feel less turbulent and less victimizing of yourself if you were to understand that the world is meant to be, like, the problems of the world are meant to be solved together, and your problems are meant to be solved by leaning on someone. Nobody can solve, like, if I was just to look at all of my problems in my life, like, if I was just to look at it holistically, damn, like, I have a lot of fucking problems. Like, I'm not perfect. I have so much pain and so much baggage and all that stuff. And I can't solve it by myself. Nobody can. Like, even your inner world is not meant to be solved just by yourself. It is so large. And INFPs see how large it is. And they don't want to burden anyone else by sharing it. But problems become solved when you have other perspectives also looking at it, because you are limited by your own perspective. And yeah, I'm not trying to change you. I hope this doesn't seem super preachy. I'm just trying to offer my support and offer my perspective and understanding, and I'm confident you're gonna kill it anyway. So doesn't even matter if you take my advice. So I love you, INFPs. I know you already love yourself. I was about to say I hope you love yourself, and you guys would probably be like, I know, I do. But I'm here for you, and everyone, you'd be surprised how many people are there for you if you asked. Like, you'd be surprised the impact that you make just by listening and just by being there. And I think the world needs you, and so I challenge you to try and rise up in your careers, whatever industry you're in. I know that leadership might not be the thing that you think that you want to do or the thing that you think that you're good at, but you deserve a seat at the table. Even if you don't want to be like that ENFJ outspoken leader, like, you deserve a seat at the table, and I challenge you to figure out. I challenge you to get there, because the world needs it. And without INFP perspectives, like, society is going to continue to invalidate people's emotions and just be unfair. So that's my spiel. That's my little rant. So thanks for watching this video. I appreciate you, INFP.